Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Denise. This is Dear Designs. Welcome back to another podcasty, let me show you what I've been up to video. So I've got quite a bit to show today, but here are the places that you can find me. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm also on Ravelry, and I've got my own website, so all the links will be down below where you can find me anyway. And I have a link tree because I know on some videos the links are not clickable, so I have a link tree and you can go to there and access everywhere that I am. I'm not very active on Facebook. I'm active on Instagram, but that is more just me being there instead of me posting, which is really bad, but anyway. So I have 3 finished objects today, and one I have literally only just finished because I wanted to get it finished before I did this video. So yeah, but the first thing that I'm going to show you is my cowl, and it is done. It's finished. The only thing that I need to do is give it a wash and give it a block, but here is the finished object. I've left the stitch marker in, not that it really makes much difference, but the last colour that I put in was let me see, so here I was last week, so I was all the way down here, and the last colour that I put in was this purple here, and then here is my join, which you can't really see, which I'm pleased about, but here is my join. So I literally knitted the whole half of it in, well, nearly a whole half, so from there all the way down to this bottom bit, in a week, and I really enjoyed knitting this. I just wanted to get it finished. It is a little bit smaller than my litmus cowl, but I think once I have rinsed it and blocked it out, because I'm gonna block it so it's like it stretches a bit, and I know because obviously this is double looped, so basically, or double thickness, because obviously it's a tube that I've sewn together at the ends, that when I should have maybe blocked this before I kitchened it together, it would have probably dried a lot quicker, but I didn't. So I'm going to wait for a nice day that I can actually wash this or rinse it, then put it out in the sun, because I think that will make it dry a lot quicker. And I have my spin dryer now, so that will help me get so much more water out of it. I am so happy with it. I will put it on. It is a bit snug, but like I said, I do want to try and block it out a little bit, get my hair out. But I think for in the winter, like, I can still pull it down and there be sort of room, but I think in the winter it's going to be really snuggly and warm, and it will go with everything because there's all the colours in it. There's literally all the colours, and I'm really pleased with it. I love it. The yarn that I had left over, so I wasn't sure whether I would have enough of the individual balls to make another row, which I did. I did have enough, and there was a small amount left after that as well. And I just knitted until I got to the end of the grey yarn, so this background yarn, and then I made sure that I would have enough to kitchen it together, which I did, and then I decided that I was going to magic knot ball the rest of the yarn, then weigh it to see how much I had left over. So this yarn is from Noodle Soup Yarn, and the pattern that I've used is my own pattern, but it's the take on the Paint Pan cowl that is on Ravelry, and it is only a couple of pounds, but I sort of knew what I wanted to do anyway, and I just did it my way. And I think the actual pattern is done in double knit, where this is obviously all 4-ply sock yarn. So I have gumballed, magic knot gumballed the rest of the yarn and I have weighed it, and I was worried that, oh, I might not have enough to make anything substantial with it, but I have 113 grams, so there is more than enough to make a pair of socks out of this, or anything else that I think that I could get away with. I was thinking socks because it would go together. Then I was thinking maybe a hat, but I think that might be a bit too much with literally all these colours in, and they are just all really random. I literally just picked up balls and tied them together. There was no rhyme or reason that they went together or anything. It just literally, I picked them up and that was that. So yeah, I have 113 grams, so if you have any ideas on what I can make with it, obviously I don't want to make a shawl or anything like that because I've got this now, but any ideas would be, I would be very grateful. I could even make mittens or like fingerless gloves or something like that, because do I really want to put this pretty yarn on my feet? I'm not sure. But yeah, that is finished object number 1. So I am just going to put that there a second. Finished object number 2 is my socks. Now these socks I started with this yarn, and I obviously picked the yellow. It's the Rose City roller pattern, sort of. It's got the roll cuff and the heel flap and gusset. I haven't knit a heel flap and gusset for, I can't remember how long, but to be honest, I absolutely loved knitting it. I really, really enjoyed it. But I ran out of this yarn, so I then knitted the second sock out of this yarn, which is my Night Train colourway that I dyed up last year, and really, really happy with it. So they are similar but very different. So they are deliberately odd socks because I will wear them together, but they will just be odd. So they're both blue. So yeah, I just thought that I would try and get at least the same-ish colour. I've used the same colour for the little roll top. I think I did 5 rows in the yellow, and then a square toe, my normal toe. The toe that I use is actually from the Rose City roller pattern. It's just a simple square toe, and I go down to 14 stitches. I did have to measure my foot, and I have made these, I would probably say 2 to 5 rows too long for my foot, but they will be okay to wear. I probably would prefer them a bit snugger. Also, I do have a high instep, so doing the fish lips kiss heel, it doesn't give you any extra on like the underneath of your foot, where this gives you a lot more extra. So I might try and do a couple more pairs like this with the heel flap and gusset and just see how I get on, really, and go from there. But I really enjoyed knitting on those. I believe the heel flap and gusset does use up more yarn, but then at the end of the day I can always use a contrast for that anyway. So this is finished object number 2, which I'm really pleased about. I finished these, seems like ages ago. I can't actually remember. I did watch my last week's video back because I couldn't remember what I'd showed. But yeah, so that is them. Now my next finished object is a crocheted item, because I've got 4 finished objects. Yeah, I have decided that I have got too much yarn, especially acrylic yarn. I'm not a yarn snob by any means, or I love all types of yarn, but I have decided that I've got lots of yarn that I can't really make a full project out of in the one colour, or bits and pieces like that, because especially not for myself. So I have decided that I'm going to make some baby blankets. I know a few people that are pregnant or have had babies and things like that, so that is my plan. So my first It needs to be washed and softened up a little bit. But my first is this. This is a small granny stripe blanket. Now, I've only done it very small because I thought, well, if it's for a baby, it doesn't need to be massive. Plus, it can be like a pram blanket, or a Moses basket blanket, or even a car seat blanket. So yeah, I have made this. It's a little bit lumpy bumpy at the side. I've still got a stitch marker in there, but I think once it's washed it will soften up a lot more and it will be a lot nicer. So as you can see there, it's, I don't know, it just seems like it's gone out a bit, but once it's been washed it'll be softer, more flowy. The yarn that I've used for this is the pink and the purple lilac is Robin double knit, and the white was a Stylecraft Special DK, and I've just done a granny stripe blanket, and I thought that this would be good enough to use up some yarn and at least get the yarn being used. So I'm going to do a couple of these just to get some of the yarns that I've bought down. Now, a lot of the yarns that I'm going to be using for this is yarns that I bought in a big, I did show it on the video, oh, it was ages ago, on Facebook. Someone was advertising a big massive bin bag full of yarn. I bought it and it was lots of 100-gram balls, and yeah, I don't really have any plans for it. It's yarn that I can go and get at any time if I think of making something, and yeah, so that is that. Then rolling on to, I'm going to sort of go on to what one I'm going to make next before I show my last finish. But I have pulled out this yarn for the next blanket. So I'm going to make a blue, yellow, grey and white. I thought it would be nice. So this yarn is Amelia. Whoops, I've just dropped the whole bag now. Amelia in blue. And then I've got two of those. I've actually got about 3 of them, but I thought 2 would be plenty. And then I've got some Robin double knit in white, and I've also got some Aldi yarn, white yarn. And then I've got some Robin double knit in yellow. And then again, Robin double knit in grey. So I thought that doing another striped blanket, maybe corner to corner. I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. So this one will be for a little boy. Well, I say a little boy, it could be for a girl, it doesn't really matter, does it? But it's going to be blue and yellow. I haven't really decided on a pattern yet. I'm not going to go into doing like little squares and sewing them together or anything. I just want simple things that I can just do, basically. So yeah, that is going to be my next blanket that I'm going to do. Now, this is the yarn that I got last week. No, this is a bag that I got last week from Wool Warehouse, and I thought this was just perfect for this instead of putting it in a project bag. So yeah, that's that. Now, last week I went to, was it last week? Week before? Last Sunday. So today, I haven't even told you the date. It is the 29th of June. Last Sunday I went to Chesington and I just took a little sort of sports drawstring backpack with me. I didn't want anything too heavy. I didn't want something I had to hold in my hand. I wanted something so I was hands-free. And the only problem I had with that is that normally I have like little knickknacks in my handbags, and I have pockets in my handbags that things can stand up or stay together, and I didn't really have anything. So I didn't show this last week. I don't really know why. I think I just forgot. But I made this little bag. Now, this is out of cotton. Have I got any left? It's cotton that I've had for so long, and I've even made, oh, I don't think it's here actually. I've even made my little battery case for my camera batteries out of this. So it's basically this, but a lot smaller with a drawstring. And in here I just had my hand sanitizer. I took some sun cream. It wasn't sunny. I took another little bag with me. I took a sweetener just in case we got a coffee or something, and then just some tablets and a sanitary towel, so just in case, because you never know, someone somewhere might need one. I always have one with me. So yeah, I just made this on Saturday. It was the Saturday before, because I got my bag ready and I thought, well, I haven't really got anything to put all this stuff in. So I just picked out the yarn. It's not perfect, it's very messy if you do look at it. So I started off by just chaining at the bottom how many I thought I would want it to be wide. I didn't count. And then I just basically went round and round and round and round and round and round. I didn't increase or anything. I just literally went round and round. And this is what I come up with. I was doing it in single crochets here. Thought, oh, this is taking me forever. So then I decided to go into double crochets here for a little while. And then the thing with the yarn is that I was having trouble, because it's cotton, it's very stringy. I don't know how well you'll see that, but there's lots of strands and I kept catching the strands. So I thought I'll go back to single crochet for a little while. And then again, I'm thinking this is taking me forever. So I went back to double crochets, and I stayed with double crochets for quite a while, and then I went back to singles up here, so I could then do treble crochets up here. Was it trebles? No, they were doubles, but I skipped one and chained one so I could put the drawstring through. And that is my little bag. It's perfect for everything that I need, or I needed on the day anyway. So it had medication in there, it had sun cream, hand sanitizer, and any other bits and pieces. So this is going to be perfect for me now for just popping in my bag and having everything in the same place instead of putting everything in different pockets. So that's that. My only whip, well, not my only whip, but the only whip that I'm going to be showing you today is my socks that I'm doing 2 at a time in yarn that is left over from other socks. So here it is. This, and I have decided that I'm going to do an afterthought heel on this pair. Don't know why, just thought I would. I have started to put in the orange as I was running out of the red. No, not that one. Where is it? Or have I tied it off? I've tied it off. I was running out of the red, so it's absolutely pouring down. So yeah, that is what I am doing. The yarn I'm using is Drops Fable in the red, the orange, and then I have got this here that I might add for the toes and the heels, because I think I'm going to have enough of this to go down far enough, I think. So I'm just going to knit until it runs out and then add to the toes, and then put the heels in. But I'm pleased with how these are working out. I do prefer doing my socks 1 at a time, just because it's a bit fiddly with the yarns and things. I always knitted my socks 2 at a time when I started because I didn't want second sock syndrome. I don't really get that because 9 times out of 10 I cast on one cuff, knit that, then cast on the next cuff, and then go back to knit that, then go back to the first sock, so on and so forth. So I don't really get second sock syndrome because they're already cast on roughly at the same time. So yeah, I'm really pleased with these so far. Just got to keep plugging away at them. I don't think I've knitted much on these this week. I've been sort of wanting to finish that cowl, which I knitted loads on, and the blanket. So that's that. The other thing, I just want to, the little blanket that I had here, this one, this is all the yarn that I had left over from 300-gram balls. I don't know why there's more of this one, and less of this one. I really don't know. I had less white, and that is why I only did small stripes of the white, because there wasn't a full 100-gram ball. I would probably say there was like 70 gram. So that's why I only did small stripes. But I don't really know what happened with that purple and pink, so I just thought I would show you. So out of 300 gram, I got a blanket and that much left over. And what I might do afterwards is make another magic knot ball with all the DK that I have left over, because I don't really go back to my scraps or anything, but we'll see. Wow, this rain is like crazy, really crazy. So incoming. So I have received a little parcel this week. I ordered this a couple of weeks ago, and it is from Woolgoodness Yarns, and this is the Colours of 2021. A subscription box of 3 10-gram minis, and the colour for this month was peach, and I thought, oh, peach is quite nice. I'll show you the little stitch marker first. So this is a little stitch marker that I got. It's just a little peach bead, which is really cute. And then here, wrapped up lovely, is the yarns. Let me get it out of here so you can see it a bit better. So each month, she says you will get a, it says on the back here, it says somewhere, you will get a tonal, a variegated and a speckled, I think that she says on her website. So these are the 3 yarns. Let me hold them that way, is that better? So this top one is the speckled one with really lovely bits of speckles in. This is the variegated, I assume, and this is the tonal, which doesn't look very tonal to me. It looks very, very well dyed up. So yeah, they are the 3 that I've got this month, and I might even get the next box because it's fuchsia and I'm all about the pink. So yeah, I think it's really, really good. So 10-gram minis. I think she does 20-gram maybe, and double knit. I think she does double knit as well. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, Woolgoodness Yarns. I followed, oh pardon me, I followed her on Instagram, and then see that she put a post, and I was like, oh, what's that all about? I had a look and I just had to buy it. I think it was £5.50 including postage. How can you go wrong? And this would be perfect for like heels or toes, or I know there's only 10 grams there, so you probably won't get heels, toes and cuffs, but you'd get at least one of those out of that. So they're really, really nice, and I've just kept them in the box because I just thought they looked really pretty. And I will eventually put them in my jar up here with all of my minis in. So yeah, that's that little box. Oh, I didn't put the stitch marker in, but that's okay. What else have I got to say? Shop update. The most important shop update. That will be happening this Friday, the 2nd of July at 4 PM. And in that shop update will be, and I have just put them on a double pointed needle because I thought that was the easiest way to show you. I don't know. So here, I'm going to come a bit closer. Here we have rose and strawberry quartz beaded. They're all beads basically. There. Then we have this pack of 3. There is another blue one, so it's a pack of 3 of these with like foil inside. That's just another one of those. It's don't know why it's there. And then we have this really lovely blue with silver spacer beads. Then we have some moonstone. Just to let you know that the moonstone and these ones that are here are genuine gemstones. I do have an authenticity card for these, so that will be going in the listing as well. So moonstone, chips, and then we have this pack of 3 that will be going and under one listing as well. Then we have some really lovely flower beads in blue and then in green, and then we have a set of these green rondelles or tubular beads or whatever you want to call them. So these will be going in the shop on Friday. There is these will come in a set of 2. These will be in a set of 2 as well. These are a set of 3. I have very limited amount of these, so if it's something that you're after, then I would maybe suggest having a look when they do go up in the shop, because I don't have a lot of the beads. So yeah, that is what's going in the shop on Friday. I do have the certificate of authenticity just to say where they're from. So it's Brazilian quartz and Indian moonstone. Yeah, so that's Friday. Also on Friday, which I'm really excited about, is my mystery boxes will be going live. Now, I have put a post on Instagram with a picture of inspiration for the yarn. Just to let you know that the box, well, it won't come in a box, it will come in a little package. It will include a 100-gram skein of yarn. I was toying with the idea of doing like 10-gram minis or 20-gram minis, and then I did put a post out a couple of weeks ago, and more people said that they would rather 100-gram, a full 100-gram skein, and to be honest, I think that is probably about right, because I would prefer that, and it wouldn't just go in my mini skein stash and sit there for ages. It would be something that you'd look at and think, oh, what could I make with 100-gram? What would it go with? So on and so forth. So yeah, you will get that. You will get a stitch marker and other little bits and pieces. I don't really want to tell you what I'm putting in, because otherwise it won't be a mystery. I am hoping to do this every month, and the other thing is that every month will be different, so there will be different amount of stuff in the box, and that will relate to how much the box will be, and so on and so forth. So this month the box will be £17, and that will obviously include everything else that goes in the box. But that will all be on the website on Friday. The listing will be there for you to look at and read through. So yeah, I hope you will have a look. I'm really excited, and I'm really excited to dye up the yarn. I'm going to try and at least do a different colour every month, because I know not everyone likes pink. I know I do, but not everyone does. So, but there will be an inspirational photo, and that is what I will dye the yarn to represent, sort of thing. Sometimes it might be an actual thing. Sometimes it might just be a photo that I see. I saw this photo and I was like, oh my god, that would be beautiful in yarn. So yeah, sometimes it will all be different. Every month will be different. It will just be the Dear Designs mystery box. Anyway, that is all for today. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your love and support on my videos. Thank you for watching my vlog. Yeah, I just want to say thank you. So happy crafting to you all, no matter what craft that you do. I am going to start from next week announcing a few people that I watch. I'm going to write a list down, and then every week probably just name a few. I'm not going mad, but I will name a few. So if you have a channel that I don't know about, or there's people that you watch that you think I should watch or other people should watch, then leave it in the comments down below, and yeah, I will get a list going and I will tick it off every week. Just share the love, basically. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I shall see you all in the next video. Bye for now.